Good morning. Today is 9th of June 2020 and I am taking class 4 English 2. So yesterday we have started a new chapter 2, singular and plural, right? So I have already told you the rules how to make singular to plural, and I have asked you to read from page 6 to page 7. There were some points from 1 to 6, okay? I hope you all have read. Still then I will still repeat, okay? So singular we all know, singular yani one, and plural more than one, right? So how to make from singular to plural? For that we have certain rules, right? So we have already discussed in the last class that in class 1 we have learned that if we add s, right, then what do? We make from singular to plural, okay? Then other than that, if there are the last letter of a noun, right, if ends with s, sh, ch, so here we add what? Es. We add es to make it plural, okay? Then if the last letter is o, okay, in that case there also we add es, okay? But there are certain words, okay, that does not we just simply have to add s, like zero. We don't write es, zeros, we write s. For this, potato, es, potatoes, okay? So this also ended with o, this also ended with o, but in this kind of word the last letter is yes, but then there are certain nouns where we only need to add s, okay? Then we have learned that before y, if there are vowels like a, e, o, u, then we just simply have to add s and nothing else, right? Like for example k, e, y. So last letter is y, before y we have this vowel e, that's why we'll just add s to make it plural. Then we have learned that there are certain nouns, okay, that changes the last letter. For example, if the last letter is y and before y if we don't have any vowel, right, then what do? The y becomes I and with that we add es to make it plural. For example, ladies. So ladies is plural. The singular is lady, L-A-D-Y, but here because before y we don't have any vowel, we have only d, so the y becomes I. So this is ladies. Similarly, if certain words, there are certain words, if the last letter is f or fe, then they becomes v, okay? And with that we add es to make it plural. Suppose knives, then lives, life becomes lives, right? Leaf becomes leaves. So in this way we change it. So these are the rules that we need to follow when we want to change a noun from singular to plural. Now look at page 7. We have this chart over here in page 7. Here we have to make a mark, okay? If the plural form, so there is a box, right? So there are 3 boxes, A, B and C, right? So in A boxes we have all the singular words, in B box we have the plural form, and in the C box we have to, if the plural form is correct we have to tick, if it is wrong then we have to cut it, right? So what is the first letter? Oyster. Oyster, plural form is oysters. Then this one is what? This is the correct plural form, so we will tick it. Then we have number 2 is a trench. Trench, we have learned that the plural form is what? S. Okay, so in the rules that we have learned, right? So what did we learn? That if the last letters are ch, sh, right, then to make it plural what do? We add es, but here there is only s, so this one is wrong. This is the wrong plural form. Alright, after that we have activity. TES. Now this one is wrong. Why? Because the last letter is Y is here, right? And before Y we don't have what? We don't have any vowel. This one is T, simply T, TY. So what did we learn? What was the rule? That if the last letter is Y and before Y if we don't have vowel, then Y becomes what? I. Right? But here only T is there. After T we don't have I. We only have ES. Right? The answer should be TIES. Right? So this is the wrong plural form. Alright? Then after that we have bus, plural form buses, which is correct. Okay? Because if the singular noun last letter ends with S, we add ES. We don't add another S to make it plural. We have to add ES. So this one is correct. Okay? Then we have volcano. The plural form is written spelling NOS. Right. Then what did we learn? We learned if the last letter is O, we have to add ES. Volcano is the plural form, not just S. So this one is wrong. Okay. Then we have video. And the plural form is video. So when we were discussing the last letter O, we learned that there are some nouns, even if the last letter is O, if we just add S, then also the answer is correct. That's why videos is correct plural form. Alright? Then we have monkey. Singular form monkey. Plural here it's written MONKIES. So this plural form is wrong because what did we learn? That if the last letter is Y and if before that we have a vowel, we only have to add S, not ES. Right? So here what happened? Before Y we have E, right, which is a vowel. So this is why this one is wrong because here the plural form spelling is wrong. It's ES. It's written ES, but the answer is only S. MONKEYS. Okay. Then we have chief. Plural form chief. Right. So this one is wrong. When we learned the F formula, right? That if the last letter is F, so it becomes V, but there are certain nouns, right? Even if the last letter is F, we only have to add S. We don't need to change it into V, right? So that's why this plural form is wrong. Okay. Then we have tax. TAXS. This is the wrong plural form. If the last letter is X, okay, we have to add ES. That is the correct plural form. Okay, so this one is wrong. Then we have loss. Here we have losses. This is also wrong plural form because what happens in grammar, right? This is not singular. Okay, this is plural. These are not singular. These are just words, and here it was given the plural form. Okay. So see the last word. Okay, in grammar there are certain words. What happens? We don't need to add ES, S, right? All this we don't need to add. What happens? The spelling only change when it becomes plural form. So loss is already a plural, right? What is the singular of loss? Is lose. Okay, lose is the singular and loss is the plural form. That's why this one is wrong. Then we have tool box, right? So toolbox, the plural form is given toolboxes. So this is wrong because what did we learn? That if the last letter is X, we have to add ES, toolboxes, right? So this one is wrong. Then we have mosquito. Oh no, the next one is raspberry, right? Raspberry. and the plural form is just S. Okay, this one is wrong. The correct plural form will be raspberry, I-E-S. Because what did we learn? If the last letter is S and if Y, if before Y we don't have any plural, right? Then Y becomes what? I. Okay, so raspberry, Y is the last letter. Before Y we have R. R is not a vowel, right? That's why we had to add I-E-S to make it plural, right? That's why this plural form is wrong. Okay. After raspberry, we have mosquitoes. Mosquito singular form and plural mosquitoes. S is there and this one is correct. Okay. O-E-S. This one is correct. Then we have brunch. Brunch. Plural form is brunches. And this one is also correct. Why? Because the last two letters are CH and with that, if we have to make it plural, we have to add ES. So this one is correct. Then we have flamingo. Plural form flamingos. This one also is correct. Okay. We have learned before that there are certain words, right? Even if it ends with O, certain nouns, the last letter, we do not need to add ES. We just have to add S. Just like flamingo. Okay. Flamingos. Then we have zero. Zero, plural form here is given zeros, ES. This one is wrong. Just like flamingo, even if the last letter is O, we only need to add S to make it correct. Okay, but here it is ES, that's why this is wrong. After that we have life, then we have lives. This one is correct because we have learned that if the last two letters are FE, then it becomes V. With that we have to add ES to make it plural. That's why this plural form is correct. Then we have knowledge and plural form knowledges. So words like knowledge and all, okay, we do not need S. Okay, this is not the correct plural form. The word remains the same. In singular also it's knowledge. And if we write plural, then also it's knowledge. So this one is wrong. Alright. So this one you do. Then the rest we'll do in the next class. Thank you.